Don't you just love having something to look forward to? I know when I go on vacation, all I want to do is look up photos online of all the things I'm going to be doing once I get there. It makes me so excited to know what to expect. Even though going to a restaurant is not the same as when you go on vacation, people are still doing these things before deciding to visit your establishment. Did you know 9 out of 10 consumers go online to look up reviews and compare to all the other restaurants nearby or restaurants similar to yours before deciding where they're going to go for the day or for the night? We are Gusteau'S because we know that you deserve the best. Gusteau'S is more than a consultant company. We're a family, literally. Our company was founded by our grandfather, Grandpa Gusteau, who over the past 21 years has been able to implement strategies and improving locally owned restaurants of all sizes. Most of our team members are family members, so we know the importance of family-owned businesses, much like yours. We believe that being local does not limit your potential. In fact, we know how to maximize your growth within your own community as well as expanding into other communities. Communication is key to optimize that growth. We listen to your wants, your needs, your questions, and your doubts to offer customized solutions. We want you to experience limitless growth. So now that you know what Gusteau is about, you're probably wondering, well, who makes up Gusteau? So here at Gusteau'S, we are mostly made up of family members. I like to refer to us as the consultant cousins. My name is Madelyn, and I have been with Gusteau'S for 5 years now. Before joining the team, I was working at a corporate firm that focused on marketing the big chain restaurants. Prior to that, I was working at a technology company that helped manage businesses' online presence. I have been on both sides of the business, the online presence and the in-person experience. I can confidently say that I can merge both of those experiences to make your restaurant appealing on both ends. I know I can provide effective training to your team so that they're able to provide excellent customer service, which leads to excellent customer reviews. In this age of media, being a brick and mortar is not enough. We want customers to leave your establishment feeling extremely happy with their food, with the service, and just with the overall experience. So when they leave, they're not only sharing it with their close friends, we want them to share it with the world online. Brew and Bird opened its doors in Decatur, Georgia in 2018. It offers a variety of American-style traditional foods as well as Korean appetizers. Its specialty though, and the one thing that people will not stop raving about, are the hot wings. Decatur, Georgia is only minutes away from Atlanta. So if you're familiar with Atlanta, you know that it's the city best known for having the best hot wings. So that leaves Brew and Bird with a lot of competition nearby. In the next few slides, we're going to visit a couple of different competitors that Brew and Bird faces. American Deli has been around since 1989. It is one of the most commonly known wing spots here in Georgia. When people go to American Deli, they know to expect fast service and are very satisfied with the wing flavors. Here are just a couple of reviews that people have left over time. Now, the difference between American Deli and Brew and Bird is that American Deli is a fast food chain. However, this is still competition because it's been around much longer than Brew and Bird. Hoot's Wings is another of Brew and Bird's competition. Now, they are fairly new. However, they're only 5 minutes down the road from where Brew and Bird is located. Their hours of operation run much longer than Brew and Bird's and are also known to be more consistent than those of Brew and Bird. We're going to look at a couple of reviews from Brew and Bird where it shows that their hours of operation are not consistent and are sometimes found that they're closed when they should be open. One of the biggest strengths of Brew and Bird is that it was mentioned in the Atlanta Journal-Constitution as being the top 3 best wings in Atlanta. As the Atlanta Journal-Constitution mentions, starting off as a write-in nominee Bruin Bird and Decatur quickly turned into our third place winner for Best Wings in Atlanta. Their creative wing menu will have you coming back often to see and taste test the goods. Patrick left very excited that he got to meet the owner Sam of the restaurant Bruin Bird. That's a great look on Bruin Bird because it keeps people coming back knowing that they have a familiar face to put to the name. Wings and beer seem to be the perfect combo for a game night, which Patrick mentions that Bruin Bird has a wide selection of beer. This will persuade other readers to come to Bruin Bird not only for the wings, but also to enjoy them with the side of a couple of beers. Taking extra precautions during a pandemic keeps customers wanting to come back because they feel safe in the environment. Bruin Bird went above and beyond by keeping their customers socially distanced while they're still able to enjoy their food. We will now be talking about some of the negative reviews that were found on Bruin Bird. These negative reviews will simply help us to determine what needs improvement. We're going to start off with the customer service. It seems as though customers are not happy with the way that they are receiving their food and they're getting incorrect orders. Another weakness that Bird and Brew has displayed is that they're short-staffed. Now, being short-staffed may explain the previous review to the bad customer service. So later on, we're going to give a couple of recommendations on how to improve on that so that we don't get any more of these reviews. This last review states that the hours that are posted online are not consistent when you show up to the restaurant. This can have a big impact on your restaurant because it makes customers lose trust in you. Knowing how your customer feels when they leave your restaurant helps us realize what areas need improvement and what we're doing right. For example, your competitor, Hoot's Wings, has a really great example of the kind of reviews that we're looking for. It says, super clean, great decor, food made to order, the wait was reasonable, staff was patient and friendly. While waiting, several people came in to pick up orders they called in, and the phone rang at least 5 times. This review is a prime example of what we want because it mentions the staff, the food, and it mentions how good of an experience they had. So now that we know what areas need improvement, we came up with a few recommendations that will help your restaurant become its best. Now let's look at some areas of improvement. These are the opportunities that we have in order to make the restaurant a lot more accommodating for customers. For one, we can start by hiring more staff. Now, we don't need a lot of people walking around waiting. However, I do recommend having about 2 or 3 people on the waiting staff. We can have one person up front, one person in the back waiting, and then another person on backup so that they'd help either one whenever it gets overwhelming. If we have customers that aren't getting enough attention, they're not going to want to come back. And also, if we have customers that are waiting too long, they would either leave or they won't want to come. Another opportunity that we have is to train a welcoming staff. A lot of customers, having good food is not enough for them. They want to feel like they're in a friendly environment, which is how we want to train your staff. Now, my team and I have developed a training guide that would help you and also new members to be as welcoming as possible. Another opportunity that we have is managing the business's website. It seems as though the hours of operation, even some menu items, are not consistent. So anytime there's a change in the menu item or anytime we would take something off the menu, we want to make sure that we're updating that on our website as well as the hours. Just how we have many opportunities, this will show you the threats if we don't follow up on them. For example, this customer felt like they waited for far too long for their food, so all the raving about it being the best wings wasn't even worth it for her. Even though a lot of customers are happy with the wings that they receive at Brew & Bird, it seems as though some of them are noticing a variation in the taste, especially the long-term customers. Now, changing the recipe may affect all your loyal customers and you may lose them to the competition. A lot has changed since 2020. People now feel more comfortable dining in restaurants and being less socially distanced. It's important to have more than a couple of tables open for customers that visit us, because this way they're able to sit and enjoy their food as well as enjoy live music and the ambiance of the environment. So now that we've gone over a few positive and a few negative reviews, this analysis will break down everything that we just covered. I would recommend printing this out and leaving it in a space where all of your team can take a glance at it, and it will serve as a reminder of things that need to be worked on and what to continue doing to be a success. In conclusion, reviewing customers' feedback lets us know the things that we're doing right and also shows us where there's room for improvement. Why should people come to Brew & Bird instead of going to Hoot's Wings? Why should you come to Brew & Bird instead of visiting American Deli? The answers will be in the reviews. That's why we want to work hard to get the best reviews in town for the best wings in Atlanta. And before I go, I would also like to mention that we will provide t-shirts for your entire team showing Gusteau'S pride. We want you to know that you deserve the best. Lastly, on behalf of my entire Gusteau'S team, I would like to thank you for the opportunity for listening to our presentation today on how we can improve your restaurant. If you have any questions, we have linked our website, our email, and provided our phone number for any other questions that you may have. We are always prepared to answer you from one family-owned business to another. We look forward to working with you in the future. Have a great one.